Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Monk.
Woohoo. Today we're here to talk about the MD paper system, which is my personal favorite in the store. Yes, actually, that's how I feel.
I feel like it's a lot of the favorite in the store.
Me too.
Low key, high key.
Because the paper is the best. I love it.
Bold claim. Okay.
My confident, bold claim. I'll back it up.
The best paper, and I feel like everybody likes the binding about MD paper a lot.
And look at this clean slate. That's the other thing I like about it. The cream paper, everything has a clean slate kind of feel that you make it your own.
Well, right, we have like not even the full selection of MD here on the table.
This is just a sampling.
I feel like this is like 1/4 of it. We have some representation of different formats, different sizes, and MD paper has, you know, it's called MD paper, but it has like MD thick, which is new, MD cotton, which has been out for a minute, and then the classic MD paper, which is, as you said, like this off-white creamy paper.
Yeah, and MD stands for Midori Diary, which is their proprietary paper type name. So that's the default. If you're not getting the cotton or the thick, that's what you're getting is the MD Diary paper.
Bonus, like the MD paper is produced by Design Fill, which is the parent company that also produces Travelers Company and Plotter. The MD paper will also be in a lot of Travelers Company refills, which is why the Travelers Company paper is so good. So let's get into it, huh?
Paper types.
Woo!
Yeah.
This is I would say the core range of MD, and I would even break it down more to these three. The A6, the B6 Slim, see it's a little slender, and the A5. These are the, I don't know, the top sizes in the store. Which one do you think is like the most popular?
I think B6 Slim.
Oh.
I think I don't know, just based on all the days that I'm on the floor, people gravitate toward this size. I think because this one, sometimes people say it's a little small. This one is classic, but this one fits in like most people's everyday bag. And if you want to have something with you every day, which I feel like a lot of MD people do, they like keep it with them all the time. It's like a bullet journal. It's a bunch of things for people. So I feel like this size is the most popular, but you know, things change.
True. There's also the A4 size, which is like very, very similar to classic 8.5 by 11 spiral ring, like college notebook. There's also this tiny pocket size, palm size, which, you know, some people really, really like just having like a little place for their writing. And I don't know, maybe they do more on digital, or they just have a bunch of tiny notebooks. So let's get even further into this really fast. All the MD notebooks come with their paper designation, and then you take that off. And then the back will have, or somewhere in the notebook is tucked these stickers for archiving. I think these are for indexing the pages, which I don't really see that many people make use of these for.
Honestly, me either. And now that we're looking at it, I'm like,
we
should use it more.
I know they got these other formats for the A5, and they come with these stickers that are more diary-esque. But most of the MD notebooks actually come with just this sheet that says idea, diary label, and then this other like book plate label that has the volume, start date, finish date, and from the library of which.
It's a cool sentiment.
Then the notebook, the MD notebook is considered to be a book without a cover. And it comes in this like super thin, oniony vellum.
Protection.
The vellum cover. I don't know if people do anything with this after they get it. I just don't know. It's very beautiful. If you're like, I collect vellum paper, maybe hit up some MD fans. But the reason that the MD notebooks don't have a cover is because they do this. They just
lay flat so nicely.
Lay flat. Let's see it. Let's see the B6. Like, well, you know what I mean? Laying flat.
Yeah.
The A6.
I think that's one of my favorite things about it. Maybe that is part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they all do that. So
It's so satisfying. Look at that. So flat. So comfortable. Designed for comfortable writing, if you will.
Oh.
It says that on the front of each of them. I didn't make that up.
The binding is, in my opinion, and the paper, in my opinion, is what you're paying for. Yes, there's lots of creamy notebooks. Yes, there's totally minimal notebooks with very little adornment or whatever, but can they perform?
It's not the same paper.
Let's get in. I mean, like this is the size range, the classic course size range. I guess the other thing about MD is like, since it doesn't have a cover, is that actually they sell covers as well.
Fighter. Choose your fighter. Paper cover or clear cover?
So the covers. Maybe
Yes.
let's get into
Okay, cool.
the next phase.
Yeah,
Let's see. We got lined.
gray lines.
Yes. Okay. We're diving into the formats a little bit.
Lined is gray lines. Dot grid is little green. Would you say it's green or blue?
It's definitely like Ramune, classic Ramune, like sea green blue
Yeah.
in my mind.
Yeah.
The lined one is cool because theoretically you could go zoop, zoop, and you can have a quadrant planner if you want.
Yeah.
I like that it's got this split. Then we've got blank, very straightforward,
It's blank.
literally blank. Or the A4, it only comes in blank. Not sure why. We have had customers who've asked us for A4 in lined, which I think would be epic.
Yeah, or an A4 grid.
Or A4 grid, that would be epic.
MD, if you're listening.
Here's an example of the frame. This is the MD sticky notes. The sticky notes all come in this size. They're lined, blank, grid, and here's the frame.
Oh, it's like purple or burgundy lines.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oof, love that. But this is the A7 size-ish. All right,
Yeah.
the MD grid, as you guys can hopefully see, a lot of grid paper will be like intersecting grid, but this one is more like it's lined and there's like dash, 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 dash that formulates the grid. And this is a reference to like Japanese essay writing paper.
Is that why the line doesn't connect to the top one?
Yeah, like
Okay.
if you look at this paper, it's like kind of like this. It's kind of doing that, but if it were that paper that I'm referencing is big enough that you write the kanji in it, and I don't know who's gonna write that small, but it's like hearkening to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the grid also has like guide dots for sectioning. Another entry that MD makes in just A5 is grid block, which I totally forgot about. Thanks for the reminder, camera person Jess. Grid block is hot. Here you can see it's pre-formatted, so you can make it a weekly block planner or anything really. Ooh.
Language learning.
Wait, do you have nothing? Okay, you gotta write like, this is my language notebook 2024. Sorry.
This is when I started.
Yes, okay. Yes, I'm a fan of like, keep the first page blank.
Interesting.
Do you do that?
No.
Wait, let's see. Like, jump from the rip.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like,
Oh, and then I like store like other like little memo sheets and
so this is like language learning.
choked out.
How are you using the blocks?
I kind of use the block as its own section. Like I rarely will go over. I would just kind of use it as does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like different areas.
Yeah.
I don't know. That makes sense to me.
Cool.
I feel like the grid quadrant would be really great for students. Like if you're working on math problems, I don't know, you know, then it's like you have your one problem in this area, but you stay there, you know. Or also if you're making it your own like weekly reflection thing, then you have all the room to do that too.
Yeah, I really like this format. I have one of these books hoarded in my notebook collection.
Ooh.
But I haven't used it yet.
Yeah.
Wow. The other thing, you're looking at it, that MD notebooks are so good for is that they take a sticker like no other.
They do.
They-
So do the inside of the pages.
Ooh.
They do.
Do a little flip through for us, please,
Okay,
Adrian.
okay, let's do it. So this is a B6 Slim with a clear cover. This was like a little bit of everything. You can see at the beginning, I got a new fountain pen and had all these people that I love try my pen, and it's their handwriting, but it's,
wow.
There's some, this is all a fountain pen, so I love the way that it doesn't bleed through.
Ooh, I had all of the, ooh.
Yeah, this is a different
I
one.
admire your cursive.
Thank you.
It's very consistent in the lines.
If I'm journaling, I'm writing in cursive, and it helps me write longer.
Wow.
So, and it helps me write more. You know, like some of these pages are really empty, but then
Looking for a serious girlfriend.
Wait,
looking for a girlfriend serious.
This was an ad on a telephone pole. This man was like literally trying to
No free promo.
Yeah, no free promo for
promo.
that man looking for someone.
Whoa, puff sticker. Puff
Yeah.
stickers in the journal is
Yeah.
wild to me. I commend you.
Thank you.
I'm somebody who prefers
scared?
slimness in my
Aw.
books.
I like it when they get thick. Like
Because I'm always carrying like so much with me. Yeah. But I commend, this is my actual desire.
you should stick them. Stick them.
Stack on, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm like, what ink is that?
This is Ferris wheel press blushing mushroom, which I love so much. It's like a lavendery gray
It's
ink.
really good.
It's really, really good. It's a lot of that in here. Mostly that.
Where's that page you were showing us before we started
Ooh.
rolling of like tests trying to get it?
Okay.
Ooh.
This is fun. I think I always tell people if you're stressed out and you're using grid paper, you should just like do checkerboards when you're really stressed, because it like really helps me for some reason. But there is this one page.
Ooh.
Aren't these relaxing?
Ooh.
Very fun.
Very relaxing.
Okay. Okay, so this page, I changed my Codex cartridge from black to a brown one because I just wanted the brown. I was tired of the black. And I was trying to get it to come out all the way brown. So like you can see this page is super dark, but then like this spread is like the lavender ink again, and look, you can't even see it.
That's nuts.
It still looks so
Like-
peaceful, but then flip it and it's like, what was happening here? It's dark, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So that brings us to our point that one of the reasons that people really like MD notebooks is that the paper can really take a heavy amount of, what do you want to call it, like ink or pigment or something. It's kind of a workhorse.
Yeah, the bleed through is not really happening.
Is minimal. How come, okay, can you tell us like the appeal of get this size versus that, the B6 Slim?
Yeah, okay, so the B6 Slim was and is my like everyday journal
Like,
type
you
of
carry
diary.
this with you.
Yeah, I will not take this out of my bag when I am using one of these. It's just with me all the time. But then the A4, the big blank A4, I was hoarding, well I still am, all of these like pieces of, I guess, ephemera that I like from all these different places. And I was thinking about this size and I was like, wait, I could make my own kind of personal magazine archive.
What?
There's not a lot of ink in here, but it is just stuff that I've collected to house somewhere.
I would not have thought to use an MD notebook for scrapbooking either.
The paper, I think that's why I like it, is I trust the binding of it, that when this is really full, like I've only used a little bit, but like it's already fat, but I know it'll be fine.
You could use the MD notebook and never put a cover on it. And I've seen customers have come to the store. There was this one person who was like a super cool illustrator.
Ooh.
And the MD notebook without the cover held up, and
Yeah.
it just looked a little worn. And then all the interior pages were like full of illustrations. It was really thick and like it was cool. So you don't need the cover.
Yeah.
And let's put the paper cover on before
Oh,
we
yeah.
move on. But yeah, the cover makes it very feels like complete, like it's a journal now,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just another notebook or whatever.
Also the clear cover does have the pen loop.
The paper cover is less popular, but if you're like, I don't like plastic, Monk, like stop with the plastic.
Yeah.
MD has you, okay, we're being very delicate.
Ta-da.
Jan Jan.
Very pretty.
This is the paper cover. The paper cover is, I don't know what the process is on it, but it's supposed to be like, it could get wet, it could take some beating, and it might be made out of some type of special paper composition, and this also like darkens and patinas over time. So maybe with the clear cover, it's like I don't want that type of age.
Signs of wear.
Yeah, the signs of wear. Which like it still gets its signs of wear in different ways. But I think this is just like a very calm presentation. Every book that is this size, A5, B6 Slim, and A6, they're gonna come in blank, grid, and lined.
Yep.
All three of these sizes.
It's like the core.
The core, yeah, for real. But then it spirals out from there into like there's very other different things that MD is also doing. But just as you keep in mind, this is the core, and let's keep it moving. Okay, this is like, we're not professional swatchers, and here we go.
We're professional critics.
Oh.
Right, Le Pen Flex?
Le Pen
Flex.
Smiley, love to do a smiley, and then we do like a little Monami
Clip.
153. Sure.
Okay, this is the Zebra Kita Rich Glitter Highlighter, the purple one. Super cute.
This is the Monami. It's like a silver pen. It's a ballpoint pen, but it's silvery. I noticed on some papers the silver component like really, I don't know if it bleeds through, but it does this weird thing where you're like, what is that on the other side? Ooh.
This is Kaweco. I could just write that. Kaweco Medium. This is the, what do they call it? Caramel Brown by Kaweco, the cartridge. I love brown ink. That's her.
That's a nice looking brown.
I know. It's so good. It's like coffee.
Sharpies.
Da-da-da.
I even want to put a piece of paper like underneath so it doesn't bleed through, but okay.
Okay, so this is Sailor with medium.
That's a Sailor medium?
Medium fine.
Oh, medium fine. And is that the mushroom?
Yeah, the Blushing Mushroom by Ferris Wheel Press. Literally such a gorgeous color.
It goes nice with the pen too.
Matchy, matchy.
Okay, Monami Flip 3. It's got a pretty classic like gel 5.5 millimeter, and then the neon inks are 0.7. Well, like, let's just do a classic beak. Some highlighting for fun. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
No
that's so
fear.
bold.
No fear.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see what happens. Whee. The smell. It's a Sharpie smell.
All right. Moment of truth. Da 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 da. Whoa.
Okay, so Sharpie.
Okay, so as predicted, the oil-based marker Sharpies did what they do. We did get some on the next page.
Yep.
As predicted.
Sharpie,
No surprise there.
Look at everything else.
Everything else is like no problem. Zero.
I feel like the neon is the thing you can see the most.
And then obviously like the scratchier, fine, narrow tip pens are scratching. But wow.
She looks good.
Magnifique.
Yeah.
MD also is making, as of this year, MD Thick. So let's go get that and we'll show you MD Thick and MD Cotton. MD Paper Thick, which is in A5 and square. And then they also reintroduced their MD Cotton line, which has seen a few iterations over the years. Currently, it's also in the A5 and the square. They made clear and paper covers for the new square format.
Yep.
Like we said, it's only in these blank, thick, and cotton editions for now. And the thick doesn't have the vellum paper on it. You still get the thing,
Sticker.
but the binding is exposed, and the cotton one still has the vellum. So let's like take that off really fast. And like, what would you use the cotton or the thick for? If the MD paper is like performing like it is,
Yeah.
Like,
MD thick is good for ink, paint, if you really want to paint, watercolor, or I don't maybe not watercolor, but acrylic or oil. So the MD thick is better for inky markers.
like wet mediums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, it's really quite stiff. I feel like every one of these pages. Wait, can we get a regular MD notebook again? Okay, paper wobble test.
The MD thick is around twice as thick as the regular. So that's what MD says. It's almost twice the thickness of their regular MD paper.
It definitely seems that way. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
This guy's like, what?
And then we got.
Yeah. She's thicker.
She's
As
thicker.
thick.
2 times as thick, and that's reflected in the binding too. Ooh.
Still lays so flat though.
Just love that. And then here we have MD cotton. You can already see it's like thinner and
Softer.
lighter. Wow.
It's 20% cotton pulp. And so the cotton pulp makes you have more air in the paper because the cotton is airy. So it kind of like absorbs or holds your graphite or pen a different way than the regular one because there's more cotton than their standard paper.
Yeah. Something about having actual cotton in the paper fiber makes it perform so, I don't want to say so differently, like I know what I'm talking about in that regard, but it, as a tactile feedback thing, feels
A lot different.
It feels a lot different.
Yeah.
And it feels like, I want to say, if writing in regular MD paper, like MD paper, I would say, is fairly smooth. It's not glass or eggshell smooth like maybe Maruman Nemesine notebooks. There is a slight like toothiness, very, very, very slight. And I like writing in pencil and ballpoint on this paper. Some papers that are too smooth don't give me enough bite for my ballpoint pen, etc. And then we get to the MD cotton, and I feel like that bite is more apparent.
It's more porous.
It's more porous.
That's how I think about it. Is like this is like does kind of feel like it's a little bit sealed, but this is more porous and you know, open kind of for things to seep into, or just
Yeah. So I think probably if you were using cotton, you would see different qualities of inks that you're using, have more space to shine, and probably, you know, people that are more versed in pencil sketching and like other mediums for art would probably have a lot to enjoy about MD cotton. Nice additions. And that's not all, folks. There's even more. So we have like blank lined grid, core format, core sizes. The A4 comes in blank. The A7s come also in blank lined and grid, but we just don't have them with us right now. MD thick and MD cotton come in blank in the A5 and this, I guess this is
A5 squared.
A5 squared. There you have it. And then there's also MD makes 2025 notebooks every year, 2025 monthlies. We have the thin, the standard, and the page a day formats. And then as a bonus, we also have undated, the MD Codex page a day. It's called Codex page a day, one page, one day, one page, blank journal. Hold off to that. Let's get there in a second. If you saw in our October Start Planners videos, we were going over monthly planners a bit. And here, once again, we have the MD, ooh la la. Okay, so we got our 2025 stickers. Maybe a bookmark. It's a little thin for a bookmark for me personally, but
it's in there.
you could scrapbook it. The front page, okay.
Story of 2025, interesting.
2025 and 2026. Very beautiful serif, I got to say.
Very calming. Ooh.
Yes, so the thing with the MD monthly, love that, is that there's this big gracious margin, and it's less of a planner, I would say, perhaps, and more of this like open
visual guide.
Yeah,
It feels like a visual guide. You have, I mean, I can see a lot of people just keeping it like this and having like a tiny bit of writing, but then I feel like there's that other MD person who's like, I'm gonna fill all of this space.
Yeah.
But either way.
The rest of it is just a lined notebook, but contrasting with the standard lined notebook, it's got 4 sections so that you could be doing a weekly spread on every spread. There's that. And then there's the thin version. Thin type.
Thin.
Which is
grid.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's the same at the front, but it's their standard grid in the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's that. There's the monthlies.
Diary, slim, regular diary.
There's that.
Yep.
Then we got the page a day, which unlike all of the other MD notebooks comes in this very gorgeous cover. It's not a slip cover, FYI, it is glued. Ooh, the index stickers here are pretty snazzy. Yeah. These are definitely for the indexing. I like that. This also comes in A6. So you could get one that's like this big and real thick.
Same setup, just smaller.
Same setup. Okay, we got our 25, 2026. We have the months. And then it gets into like this open format.
So every day you get 24 hours? Or
Yeah.
it starts at 8?
Yeah, so from 8 to 24, and then you could have like 5, 6, 7, you know, the real entire 24 hours. I think there's lines represented for that. Oh, I love that there's index guides here.
Oh, for these guys.
Oh.
They're like, this is where you could put it. So every day, your date, the hours, you can use this for whatever you want. Then you, like you said, you get 2 of these strips. You get the month, but then they give you the whole other side to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah. So we get the bookmark string. Ooh, 2 strings for your months and your days. And this is a popular book, and it says like the year on the side. Imagine you have like a nice library archive with year. Really nice faux leather. Really nice. Rounded. Oh, gorgeous. Very exciting. Okay, and then we have the Codex journal, 1 page a day. There's a separate cover that fits the Codex because it's so thick. The normal MD cover does not have the width here for this. So don't buy those together. This does have its own cover, and then
Codex clear cover. That's what you would need.
This is all it is
Blank with the perforation.
yeah.
And these 2 little lines.
This also comes in dot grid, which is popular. The lay flat is just
Look at
unstoppable.
It looks great. That's like most of the books at the front.
Wow.
She's comfy.
That binding, incredible.
Yeah. I feel like the appeal with this is this thing, you know?
Same.
Like writing your own story and keeping track and being like, here I am
Yeah,
in the middle of this 3/4 way through.
really
Here I am.
satisfying. But wait, there's more. MD goes so deep. They make these,
Paper pad.
the pages of this paper are glued on 2 sides for a sturdy design that can be held in both orientations. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Doot, doot.
Ooh, like that. The pages are cut in one corner so you can turn the page easily no matter which way you're holding the pad, which is nice. This comes in, I think, A4 and A5 sizes, and also in grid
Yep.
as well. MD also makes these memo blocks.
Big fan of these.
They come in the grid, the lines, and the blank.
It's just a clean, good paper pad to keep on your desk for all the notes. You know?
Yes.
Love the square.
And there's even like MD cotton envelopes and writing paper. I think the writing paper is like cotton paper for writing. I almost guarantee you that your pen inks just look so much more, I don't know, like
They pop.
they pop.
I like the beauty of it, I think, is the simplicity. Because like whatever you're writing is just going to be on this nice, really nice white paper, and your handwriting does the talking, you know?
Yeah. And
But
I
it's
like
beautiful.
the spaciousness. MD also makes like a dip pen. They release these like custom inks too. They make pencils. They have a correction tape that matches the color of their paper.
Same with the dip pen.
So like,
Nice creamy.
oh yeah.
So satisfying.
And they make a fountain pen, which we're getting shortly because, hey, what are you doing this October 11th? We're having an MD notebook customization event this October 11th and that weekend. It's a Friday. Then all week long up until the next weekend, and like October 20th, I believe it's a Sunday, we're having an MD pop-up event at the store. You can come see MD in all its glory, test out paper pads, test out MD paper, test out MD paper thick, which is new, the MD cotton. There's going to be a limited edition stamp that you can come and it like perfectly fits inside the A7 or A6 MD notebook. Come collect your ephemera, meet other MD paper fans, and just get into the line here at Omoi in beautiful Old City, Philadelphia, 41 South 3rd Street. And yeah, come see about us.